What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of episode 2 where I cook Nabe. And so in this video today, I'm going to be finishing what I started. And that's going to be putting these wonderful udon noodles into this hot pot Nabe here. If you can tell, I already have the fire on. I'm going to bring this thing to a boil. It's already becoming kind of warm. But if you look, I got rid of almost everything in there. It's starting to steam a little bit, which is excellent. Now, in the process of making these videos, I noticed something that is actually once you notice it, it's hard to not notice. I have a very terrible habit of smacking my lips when I talk, especially when I begin a sentence. So if you notice in the videos, you'll hear me do before I start talking. And once I started hearing it, and I would hear it repeatedly, it was something that I realized is a very annoying quality in my pattern of speech. So I'm going to do my very best within these next few episodes to break myself of that habit. And so if you want, you can go ahead and start a lip smacking counter if you want to see how many times I do that per episode. I'm hoping that it will be 0, but I'm going to be really self-conscious these next few episodes and probably the rest of my life with this habit. I really don't like it. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. I'm surprised no one's ever called me out on it before. So I'm going to be very self-conscious about that. So honestly, there's not a whole lot to do here. I mean, I just I've got I've got these udon noodles. I'm going to wait for that thing to come to a boil. I'm going to put this peanut butter away, creamy, obviously. And yeah, so this will take us through the end of the Japanese food, at least for a little bit. I'm gonna make maybe 2 more Japanese dishes. As you guys know, I spent a lot of time in Japan. It was a very fun time in my life. Made a lot of friends there, as you guys know. Ooh, it's coming to a boil already. And so Japan was just such a fun place. Like I said, I talk often about my friend there, Phil, and he and I we just became such good friends, and he is still living there. Enter the broth. I think I'm gonna put all 3 in there. He and I became such good friends. I mean, he still lives there. He's married. He has a daughter who is, I want to say, 5 years old. And so I can even include some interactions between me and his daughter back when she was a baby in there in this video if you guys want. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, Phil and I, we go way back. We go back 15 years, and just a good friend, good person. He works at Konda University as an academic and career counselor, and yeah, it's been a wonderful friendship. 15 years. I try to visit him once a year, if I can, and then yeah. So hopefully you guys develop lifelong friendships like that. It's this journey of life is not meant to be done alone. It's my dad always had an expression, and I agree with it. You don't in life you don't need a lot of friends. You just need a few really good ones, and he's one. You guys know that I'm good friends with Mr. Hubschmidt at school, and yeah, it's just it's good. It's a good time. So anyway, I'm gonna wait for this thing to boil. I don't want to bore you guys to death with just me jabbering on. So I will come back probably in about 10 minutes when those noodles are all ready to rock and roll, and we will eat them and we will enjoy them, and then that will take us to the end of the episode. While I'm waiting for the boiling of this to happen, I figure maybe I'll just make myself a beverage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these pickled kumquats that come straight from my tree. Yes, they are sitting in a Famous Dave's signature spicy pickled chips, but I will not be eating. Those did house pickles at one point, but yeah. So how do I make this? It's been a long time. This has been sitting in pickled preserve for a long time, and so that smells really pickly. And so what I did was I just picked some kumquats off the tree, and I soaked them in some boiled vinegar and salt. I'm going to plop them into this glass. I think I'm going to use 2 because I like my beverage to be a little bit strong. And I'm going to put them in this cup here, this cool cup that has the values of E. If you notice, E is the limit as n goes to infinity of 1 plus 1 over n to the nth power. That is an indeterminate form that turns from 1 to the infinity power. And I'm going to go and smash up this kumquat a little bit just to get some of the juice out of it. Now I'm going to, break them up a little bit and, get some of the juice out. Actually, I forgot. I'm going to actually put some of this pickled juice into my drink here. And it's supposed to be really, really good. I haven't had this in a long time, but I'm really liking it. Okay, cool. Now that that's smashed, let me get some of this pickled juice out of here. Smaller spoon. And then, put some of this, oopsie. Put some of this dude in here. Hello. 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 Put this dude down, and I'll add more if I feel like it. And now I'm going to throw down a little bit of this. Give me some sugar, baby. That's from, that line is from Army of Darkness. Pretty good movie. Kind of a B movie, horror. But it's not really even horror, it's just funny. Starring Bruce Campbell. Okay, so that should be enough sugar. Actually, I probably put too much. And now I'll throw in some ice. Oh no! That ice is not totally frozen yet. Not a lot of room in my freezer right now. Oh, and God help me. That's okay. Alright. Ice goes in here. One more ice cube into here. Normally I have an ice tray, but that holds all the ice, but there's not a lot of room in my freezer right now. So I'll put this dude back in. Now you can't see it from your angle, but this dude is steaming, and that's okay. I'll just lower the heat a little bit. It's all right. And then I'm going to get some water. This water's already pre-colded. That's not a good idea. Ice is going to come flying out of there, and it's going to make a big mess. I'm going to get water from something else. So, turn this dude over a little bit so you can see, if you can see the steam right there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. From here, I'll just go and stir him up a little bit, make sure the ice kind of dissolves. And yeah, lower the heat a little bit more on this guy. And I'll just stir him and hope that he turns out tasting good. Stir, stir, stir. Kumquats are good. I like them. Put them in my smoothie sometimes. Yeah. Alright, let's see how this tastes. That is good stuff. I like it. It looks like this. Get out of here, you dang bug. Get out of here. We don't like you. Yeah, it looks like that. All right, let's take a look at the main course. All right, see that steam right there? That's another good sign, steam. Hello, look at that infused flavor. I think I'm gonna let it boil for a little bit longer. That way the udon gets infused with that flavor. So I'm going to try to get rid of this moth. I will be back in a flash. All right, that moth is actually gone now. Good. So while we're waiting for this thing to boil, why don't we take a look at where I normally spend my time? I spend my time in here. This is the video game room. This is the video game room, so let me show it to you. So it looks like this. It's pretty bare bones. I don't have a whole lot in here. And I got these cool chairs. Got 2 of them. And then I got my little water bottle. That's where I got my water from the kumquat juice. And my 55-inch Samsung TV. This is where the magic happens. Show you guys some stuff here. See, oops, that's the fan. And I will go ahead and, yep, here you go. You can check out my PlayStation right here. And so here is just some games that I recommend. I don't know, Soul Calibur 6, not really that good of a game. It was a little overrated. This is a game that I was playing for a long time, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Very hard game, very, very hard. It took me a long time to beat this game. It's very hard. It's from the From Software series type game. Infamous for their difficulty. Monster Hunter World, I'm playing it right now. A little bit. I'm doing my best. It's different. It's kind of, a little bit childish, but if I can get used to it, then I will. Bully is kind of like, Grand Theft Auto, but it takes place at a high school. It's okay. It's for a PlayStation 2, so the controls are a little bit weird. Dark Souls 3 I have not played yet, and so I will start that next. Final Fantasy 7, I bought the remake demo. It's okay. I like it. I like the characters from the original. It's very good nostalgia. I don't know if I'm going to actually buy the remake. Devil May Cry, haven't really played much of it. It's a typical run-and-gun slasher. Bloodborne, excellent game. I spent a lot of time beating this. I actually beat this in the fall semester of this year while I was teaching Integrated 2. Tekken 7, excellent fighting game. Tekken is an amazing game. I consider it superior to Street Fighter in many ways. BioShock, I just downloaded. I've beaten BioShock Infinite, but not BioShock, the other ones. Goat Simulator, haven't really played yet. It's more like a fun chaos kind of game. GTA 5, it's okay. I haven't really delved much into it. I don't like the whole I can control 3 players mumbo jumbo. Great nostalgia game, A Boy and His Blob. I played it for the Nintendo. Absolver sucks. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection, it's pretty good. I liked it. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, no opinion. Haven't played it yet. Beyond Two Souls is more like a movie. Dark Souls 2, it's just like Bloodborne. It's just like Dark Souls 3. It's just like Sekiro. Difficult hack and slash kind of game. Diablo 3, I beat this game my first summer after completing my first year of Calc AB. A lot of fun. Fallout 4, quite possibly one of the greatest games in my opinion. I love this game. I've beaten it twice. I love it. Final Fantasy X, beat it my first year teaching AP Calc. It was a lot of fun. God of War, great game. I beat it earlier this year, right before Bloodborne. Horizon Zero Dawn, it's okay. I'll get into it. Mass Effect Andromeda, I'll play it because I have to. I bought it, but I'm not really too impressed with it. Mass Effect 1 through 3, though, I highly recommend. Those games they have taken gaming up a level for me. But Mass Effect Andromeda, And Shadow of the Colossus, great game. I highly recommend this game. The ending is so amazing, and the technicality of this game is great. Rise of the Tomb Raider, really good game. I liked it a lot. A lot of good jumping and climbing up mountains and stuff. Street Fighter V, it's okay. The Last of Us, great game. Excellent characters. Really good, story. Division, haven't played yet much. It's okay. It's just a typical shooting game. Witcher 3, spent an entire summer playing this game. It was a lot of fun. Tomb Raider's great. The Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, great games, but Uncharted 4 really takes the cake. I almost cried at the end of Uncharted 4, just the end of a journey. It's awesome. But yeah, I like to play video games. They're a lot of fun, and so. But actually, what I've really been doing a lot of is watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit on Hulu. And so I recommended Mortal Kombat, and that movie sucked in a fun way. Actually, it was fun. And so yeah, here comes Hulu. Don't worry, you know we won't be streaming an episode, but yeah, so just watch Law and Order SVU. It's really good. And yeah, so yeah, I like anime shows too. They're fun. You know, cool. All right, let's enter rest mode for a little bit. Let's go check on the Nabe. See how that's going. All right. Okay. Ooh, whoa, that is some steam right there, baby. Holy guacamole. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I think that is going to be about as boiled as it gets. Hard boiled, like the movie starring Chow Yun Fat. I think that moth came back in. I opened the door to let him get out, and now he's coming back in. Okay, so now from here, let me go ahead and remove the lid. Look at that steam right there. Look at that steam. That is a hot sensation. And now I'm going to grab the tongs, and I'm going to just kind of mix this up a little bit. Mix up a little. That is some flavor-infused udon right there. Holy guacamole. This is going to be some good stuff right here. Pardon my small little cough right there. Oh, crud. And so, yeah. So this will be my dinner on the second night of Nabe. And this is, and usually it takes less time to finish all of the Nabe because Nabe is meant to be eaten in groups and stuff like that. But whoa, it's gross. But as you can see, I'm flying solo right now. Yeah. Oops. You know what? I'm gonna grab some juice, some broth. But yeah, if you're ever having an inkling of going to Japan, it's a lot of fun. It's, you know, there's a lot of good food there. To be honest, there's a lot of good food. I really my palate for food really expanded after moving to Japan. It was a lot of fun, and there are a couple of food challenges over there that I actually want to try. Like there's this one about this tomahawk steak that you can get, and I'm thinking of doing that. And it seems pretty cool. Check out that steam right there. Look at that steam. That steam is crazy. That is crazy hot, and I don't know if I can eat this without burning myself, but I'll give it a try. Okay, so we're gonna let that dude cool off for a second here. Look at that steam. I mean, look at how hot that is. That's crazy, and people actually eat this straight up. And so, good enough? Good stuff. I like it. That is a really, really good infusion of flavor into those udon noodles. Like I said, nabe, very, very easy to make. I hope you looked at the ingredients in the first episode. Super easy to make, super easy to enjoy. Have some friends over, watch a movie, and just enjoy it. Have some friends over, of course, after all of this social distancing is over. I definitely want you guys to stay healthy and stay aware of your surroundings. But I think that is and I think that will pretty much conclude this episode. So, as always, I hope you guys are staying healthy and staying well. Please stay inside, take care of your health, and as always, please leave comments and questions in the comments area, and I will see you in the next episode.